I know it's been a while since I've filmed a video. I've been gone for 3 months. Yeah, so hi. Things have been really crazy this year. I just sort of wanted to get started with more of a light-hearted video. My family and I have been through a lot this year, so that's why I've not filmed anything for a while. Anyway, I do want to share a few things with you guys in my next video, so stay tuned for that. The food situation's interesting in the world right now. It's there's a lot of people going hungry. It's quite devastating, so I'm very grateful that I have food. Yeah, if you have food, you should really be grateful for it. Always, but especially now. I mean, there's a lot of food that I normally eat that I can't get in the shops. Rice, beans, oats, things like that. I did have a little bit of oats left in my cupboard. I'm just gonna show you what I eat for breakfast, and I'll show you what I'm eating today, staying at home and cooking at home. Something I was able to get at the grocery store was a box of cereal that I've never actually tried before. That's what it looks like. It looks pretty nice. It's some toasted oats. I have showed you guys this recipe before and it's on my blog, so I'll link that below. It's really easy to make. So this is what I decided to do with my oats that I had. And then I've got my watermelon. So we're gonna cut this up, add it to my breakfast, make a little breakfast bowl. I'm using some of my favorite Cocoa coconut yogurt, which I was able to get. It's the vanilla flavored one. The container serves 2, so when I get it, I'll eat it over 2 days. Then I'm adding some of the toasted oats to the bowl, about a heaped 1/3 of a cup of that. And then I'm adding some of that cereal. It tastes kind of like an in-between of all bran flakes and cornflakes, if you're wondering. It's good. And then some of the watermelon that I've cut up, which is one of my favorite fruits. I'm so happy when I can get it. And then some almond butter. This, it was in a different container, but it was like a difficult container to use, so I just put it in a mason jar. But yeah, just almond butter, roasted almond butter on top. That is breakfast. I'm extremely grateful. I'm so blessed and it looks amazing. I do just want to talk to you guys really quickly at the end of this video about something that I'm trying to do to help people in South Africa get food. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I actually made some soup this weekend. It's Monday today, if you're wondering. Roasted butternut, red pepper, and onion and carrot soup with coconut milk and all sorts of yummy things. It's really good. It really is good. I was just sort of like winging it and making it, but it turned out really well. I'm going to post that recipe on my blog for you. You can go get it there. It's really easy to make. So this is what's left of the soup. Rob actually ate most of it. I usually get this in bulk, so I'm lucky to still have some of this. It's the whole rye German bread that I really like, and I'm gonna have some Marmite on that, which I brought this Marmite from South Africa in my suitcase with me. I'm just adding the leftover soup to a pot, heating it up on the stove for a few minutes, and I'm toasting the bread. It's really nice actually to meal prep this. And then I've got like food for a few days, so I'm definitely gonna make this soup again. Go get it on my blog. I'll link that down below for you guys. I know it looks funny. I have 3 almonds here, but I'm only using this as a topping to make it look cute for this video. You'll see. My rye toast is ready, so I'm adding some Marmite on top. Love this so much. And then I'm serving the heated up soup into a bowl and adding a sprinkle of cayenne pepper on top and also some dried oregano, and then the sliced almonds. I don't actually usually do this. I'm only doing it for the video because it looks cute. I don't actually dip the bread into the soup. I don't like that. I don't know, am I like the only person that doesn't like bread dipped into soup? I just always eat it on the side. I've been trying to eat more protein and I'm usually not very good at that. So I'm going to have a protein shake today. This is my favorite protein powder, Garden of Life. And I've never tried the chocolate one before. Tried it the other day for the first time. Really like it. And it tastes like kind of like a chocolate milkshake. So, it's like win-win. something that I have been thinking about making for a little bit. It's been cooking up in my head, and now we're gonna cook it in real life. It is salmon and spaghetti. Found some salmon at the shops, which is exciting because I haven't been able to find meat, any sort of meat or fish or anything when I've gone out to the shops in the last few weeks. We're gonna see how it goes. It'll be fun to experiment. Yeah. I've got some salmon fillets here. I'm gonna be making a sauce to put on them. In a small bowl, I'm mixing a bit of oil. I'm using avocado oil. You can use any kind, about a heaped teaspoon of that. And then some coconut aminos. You can also use soy sauce. They taste very similar, about a heaped tablespoon amount of that. And then some maple syrup. I'm using 2 teaspoons of that. Some dried chili flakes, quite a bit of that. Some onion powder, sea salt, and then some black pepper. Just mixing that up, and I'm adding it on top of the salmon, very easy. And I'm baking that in the oven at about 380 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 190 degrees Celsius, for about 10 to 15 minutes. That'll depend on how well you like the salmon cooked. And then I'm just adding some brown rice spaghetti to a pot of boiling water on the stove, leaving that to cook, and we're gonna chop up some vegetables quickly. I'm using a quarter of an onion and chopping that up into small pieces. I'm adding that to a frying pan with some avocado oil spray and just getting that cooking on the stove. I always like to do this first, to brown the onion by itself first, adds a lot of flavor. And I'm chopping up a medium-sized red bell pepper, adding that to the pan as well with the onion. And I'm going to use some mushrooms too, slicing those up, adding them to the mix. And once all of that is cooked, I'm adding some more coconut aminos. You can use soy sauce. It tastes basically the same. About 1 or so tablespoons, or about 2 or 3 heaped teaspoons, and some maple syrup to this too, about a teaspoon of that, salt, some pepper, some onion powder, a few dried chili flakes, some lime juice, and then some baby spinach. I'm using a big handful or 2 of that because when it cooks, it wilts, and it just seems like a lot less. And once the spinach is cooked, it cooks really quickly. I'm adding the cooked and drained spaghetti, mixing that in with the vegetables, and then it's done. Then it's ready. I decided to add some more coconut aminos here, but after that it's ready. And when the salmon is cooked, you can serve that. I'm serving some of the pasta for Rob and for myself. Rob is getting the bigger serving, and I'm just spreading out the spaghetti a little bit and serving the roasted salmon on top. Something I don't usually do, but I wanted to try it. And some more coconut aminos. I clearly like it. Just putting a little bit on top. So this was the first time that I made it, and Rob really loved it. He actually complimented me and said it was one of the top 5 meals that I've made for him, so I'll definitely be making it again. It's a few days later. I'm busy editing this video. I really wanted to talk to you guys though about something that I'm trying to do to help to feed people in South Africa. South Africa is a third world country, and a lot of the people in South Africa live day to day with money. They don't have enough money to provide them with food and everything for a month even. So there's unfortunately a lot of people going hungry in third world countries like South Africa and India right now. If you don't already know, I'm from South Africa. I definitely grew up in South Africa more privileged than most people, but there were times in my childhood that we didn't have money to put food on the table. So once specifically when I was very young, we didn't have food to put on the table, and my parents ate the crusts from our sandwiches that they gave me and my sister. Things were tough. And then later on, when I was near the end of high school, my dad lost his job. Things have been always up and down for a lot of people, myself included, so I can relate. I am able to help people more now than I have been in the past. So I have donated to something that I want to tell you about today. There's a fundraiser called the Coffee Collab. I will link the Instagram below. You can find it there, and I will link the page where you can donate. I donated 5,000 Rand. Rand is South African currency, if you don't know that. The Coffee Collab is a fundraiser started by my sister and 2 of my childhood friends in South Africa. This money that's being raised now is all all the money is going towards putting food packages together for people in South Africa affected by this. So specifically right now they're helping people in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, which is where I've spent half of my childhood. I spent half of my childhood in Cape Town and half of it in Port Elizabeth. Right now we're trying to help people in the Port Elizabeth area. A lot of people right now are not going out to buy their daily coffee because a lot of those places are closed. So the idea behind the coffee collab is where you can donate the cost of 1 cup of coffee, your daily coffee that you'd usually have, and that 1 cup of coffee in the US can actually provide enough money in South Africa to feed a family for an entire meal, or even if it's a fancy coffee like a fancy latte with, you know, the extras, it can provide enough money to feed an entire South African family for an entire day. South Africa is in absolute lockdown right now. Nobody can leave their houses unless to go to the grocery store or to get medicine. They can't even walk their dogs or go for a run or anything. It's in total lockdown. This means that a huge amount of people do not have any way to feed themselves, which is really scary. I heard someone on the news say that they're afraid of starving, of them and their family starving. Just trying to bring awareness to this. You can also donate more than 1 cup of coffee if you want. The cost of more than 1 cup of coffee, you can donate a coffee for 21 days, which is the time period right now that South Africa is in lockdown. So you can potentially feed a family for 21 days if you want to. You can donate any amount, any amount helps. 1 cup of coffee in South Africa, that's 25 Rand, which the exchange rate's changing all the time right now. It's kind of crazy, but it's just over $1. It's like $1.35, but it's changing all the time. That's really not a lot. The Coffee Collab is a fundraiser collecting money for an organization called the Retrade Project. So all the money fundraised by the Coffee Collab goes towards the Retrade Project, which is an organization in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. It's run through my childhood church. What's so exciting is that they've already started to put together food packages. People are already being fed that didn't have food, so this is so exciting. I'll link all of the Instagrams below. I'll link the page where you can go donate. I'll link a page below where if you want to read more about the charity and see if the money actually does go to where it says it's going to, which it does, but I'll link all of that information below for you. The Coffee Collab has already raised more than 20,000 Rand, which is really exciting. That can feed so many people. If you want to donate, no pressure, you can donate if you want to, but don't forget that if you can't donate, if you aren't able to, there are so many ways that you can help people right now. There are so many people in the world who need help, and you can do something as simple as give someone a call or send someone a message that you know that is lonely, that you know is struggling. Sometimes just knowing that people are there for you and knowing that they're thinking about you can mean so much. You can also do something like get out into your community and help people, help a neighbor that you know doesn't have food, or, you know, go shopping for an elderly person, elderly neighbor, or an elderly aunt or uncle that doesn't have something that they need right now. So yeah, you can do so much. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed my what I eat in a day video. As you know, it's not always so fancy, but I wanted to show you guys some proper recipes today because I know that's more exciting. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos and click the link below to donate if you want to. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next time.